first saw like an old-fashioned like shoe, and like cobblestone floor,
Yes.
and I'm wearing a big dress with like a corset, and it's like an old kind of town. I don't know what country it is.
Okay. And the shoe, are those your shoes?
Yes.
And what do they look like?
They have a little heel, and it's like a boot. They wrap up to about my mid-calf, but you can't see them because I have a big dress, but I can see them.
And what color is your dress?
Like a brown, but maybe has a tint of red.
And so you're a female in this life?
Yes.
And look at your hands. Is there anything on your hands?
No.
And what color is your skin?
White.
And what do you look like as you go up to see your face?
I'm wearing a corset, and I have long curly hair that's light brown. I have a thin jaw, or small jaw, fair skin, and brown eyes.
And you said you're in a cobblestone area?
Yes.
What else do you see around you?
There's a lot of people. I see a cow, or some type of animal that someone is leading on a rope, and it kind of feels like a town, like a valley, no, not a valley, like a central town place. There's a lot of people walking around, and there's shops around, but it's like a narrow kind of walkway.
And what are you doing in that town?
I'm just walking.
And what do you see as you walk?
I see some children playing on the side in front of one of the stores, and I'm walking through a tunnel up the narrow walkway, and like barrels on the side of the other side of the tunnel, and I walk out of the tunnel, and it kind of leads to more open land, a lot of green, and it's very light outside.
What's the temperature like?
Maybe 70. I'm wearing a big dress, but the arms come to the middle of my forearm, and I feel comfortable, not hot, not cold.
And where are you walking to?
To my house.
And I want you to walk to your house. And you're there at your house now. What does it look like?
It's small, but it has a really nice view. The place that I live has like rolling mountains in the back. It's just a lot of green. The roads are not paved, so they're kind of like rocky but muddy. Um, and I have a little gate in front. I open the gate and I go into the house, and it's a small house, but I walk right into the kitchen, and there's a fireplace and a small kitchen, and it has, if you look to the right, it has little stairs that go to the bedroom.
Mm. Is there anyone in the house with you?
There's 2 children and my husband.
And describe the children.
I have a little girl. She has like a bonnet on her head, or something on her head. I don't know what it is. And I have a son. They're around the same age. I think the daughter is older.
How old?
7.
And what's her name?
Lily.
And how old is your son?
6.
And what's his name?
Thomas.
And what are they doing?
They're playing, like holding hands and ring around the rosy, kind of.
And your husband is there?
Yes.
What does he look like?
He looks tired. He's very tall. He has dark hair. He's wearing his house clothes, kind of brown pants and brown shirt. He's not wearing any shoes. He's fixing himself something to eat, like a piece of bread.
Yes. And how old is he?
34.
And what's his name?
Frank.
And look at Frank. Look into his eyes. Does he remind you of anybody in this current life?
No.
Okay, now I want you to look at Thomas and look into his eyes. And does he look like anybody or feel like anybody that you know in this life?
Yes.
Who?
He reminds me of my partner, Chris.
And Lily, look at her. Look into her eyes. And does she remind you of anybody that you know from this life?
My grandma.
And now what is happening today?
In my house?
At your house, yes.
Oh, I went to the market. That's where I was before.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that I have a basket of food now.
Yes.
So I went to get more bread and cheese. And there's a fire, but it's like a day of rest.
Yes.
So there is nothing happening. It's the middle of the day, so there is nothing to do.
And do you do anything for a living?
No.
Does your husband do something for a living?
Yes. He works with metals.
Yes. And now I want you to close that scene, and I want you to go to a day in which something is happening in this life. And we're there now. What is happening?
In my current life?
In this life that you're seeing with your family.
Another day?
Yes, go to an important day in that life. And you're there now. And what is happening?
I'm getting married to Frank.
And describe where you are.
In the valley, there's a small family with us. I'm wearing a white dress and we're holding hands.
And what does he call you?
Annie?
Annie?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Annie, what are you wearing?
A white dress.
And what is Frank wearing?
I don't know.
Okay. And who is the family that's there with you?
My mom is there and my dad. And I have two sisters. And Frank's parents are there. And he has a brother.
And as you look at your mother and father, do you look into their eyes, and do you know them from this current life?
No.
And as you look at your sisters, look into their eyes, and do they feel like somebody that you know in this current life?
No.
And do any of Frank's family feel familiar, feel like somebody that you would know from this current life?
No.
And is anything else important happening this day? We will be there in 3, 2, 1, and now you're there.
We just got married. We're going somewhere, I guess our honeymoon. We're on we're like riding an animal carriage there.
Yeah.
Into town. It's the same town, but on the other side of town. And we're on the carriage and we can see the landscape and the beautiful hills and the sun is setting. So it's a really beautiful view.
And when you get there, where are you? To where you're having your honeymoon?
It's like I don't think they call it a motel, but a hotel, but like an inn.
Yes.
That we will stay, and there's things to do in town because it's the other side of the town, kind of far from where I live, so there's more things to do. So we stay there so that we can do more fun things together.
And what's the name of this town?
Denmark? I don't know.
And what's the year?
1863.
Yes. And now we're going to leave that scene, and let's move forward to an important day in Annie's life, a day that she considers important when something is happening. We're now on that important day. What's happening?
I gave birth to my daughter.
Yes.
And she was my first child.
How do you feel?
I'm crying and I'm holding her and I feel overjoyed with happiness. And I love her.
And who's around you?
Frank is there. I'm in a bed. There's someone there who helped me give birth. It's just us, but later Frank's mom comes.
Yes. Does anything else important happen that day?
No.
So I want you to close that scene, and we're going to go to another important day in Annie's life. And you are there now in that important day. And where are you?
My son is 4 and he got hurt. So I had to take him to the doctor.
Yes.
He's sick.
And you go to the doctor.
Yes. Yeah, he's sick. He's very sick.
And describe the day.
My daughter is with Frank's parents, and I am in the doctor's with my husband, and my son is in the bed, and he's very sick.
And does the doctor say anything to you?
He's gonna be okay.
And look at the doctor. Do you know him from anybody in this life?
He reminds me of Carlos.
Yes. And now, does anything else happen that's important for that day?
My son has to stay there for a few weeks because he's sick.
Yes.
There's a lot of people there that are sick.
Mm-hmm. And where are you?
In the hospital.
What does it look like?
There's a lot of beds. It's dark. And my son is scared, but he sleeps a lot. I can't stay for the whole time, but I go visit a lot. And my son is scared and crying. There's a lot of people. It's quiet, and it smells like sickness.
And does anything else happen in that hospital?
A lot of people die there,
Mm-hmm.
but my son did not die.
Mm-hmm. We're going to close that scene, and we're going to go to another day, another scene that's important for Annie in that life. And we are there now. What's happening?
My husband died. I'm at his funeral.
Mm-hmm.
My children are older. My daughter is 11 and my son is 10. And my husband is dead.
Okay. And how are you feeling?
Devastated. I'm crying.
Mm-hmm.
My children are crying. I feel hopeless and helpless.
Mm-hmm.
Because he died at work. There was an accident.
Yes. And does anything else happen that day at his funeral?
Everybody's crying. I have to leave my home. I go to move in with the doctor.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't know I why I did that.
Okay. So we're going to close that scene and we're going to go to the day when you were first talking to the doctor. And we'll be there right now. What's happening?
He told me that my son is going to be okay. He told me that we got him there in time and that he is very sick, but he will survive. I'm crying and Frank is there and he is comforting me and the doctor gives us hope.
Yes. And we're going to close that scene and we're going to go to the next time that you talk to the doctor. And we're there now. Where are we?
He was at the funeral, my husband's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't stay long. He was there. A lot of people came. Most of the town came because it was a big accident, so there were other people that died. So the whole town went there to mourn everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor was there, but then he didn't stay long. And I was there with my children and we were crying.
Yes. And we're going to close that scene. And we're going to go to the day where you talked to the doctor about moving in with him. And we're there now.
I went to town. I didn't have a lot of money, but I had to get food. And he was there in the market and he asked me how I was since Frank died. I don't know how long ago he died. Maybe a few months.
Yeah.
And he saw that I didn't have a lot of money, and he asked me if I needed somewhere to go. And he liked me, and he asked me, we didn't go anywhere together, but I knew that he liked me. And he asked me if we needed somewhere to go. And I said yes, because I couldn't live in my home anymore.
Yeah. Okay. And we're going to close that scene. And we're going to go to another important scene in Annie's life. And we're there now. What's happening?
He was not a good person, and he would hit us. He would drink a lot, and my children were older, 13 and 12, and we were scared of him. And he was very drunk, and we were afraid.
Yeah. And now we're going to close out that scene. We're going to go to another important scene in that same life. And we're there now.
We left him. I have a suitcase, and the children are older. 15 and 14, and we're getting on a train, and we are leaving.
And where are you going?
I think I have family somewhere else, and they said we can go there. My sister, she lives somewhere else, and I'm going to stay with her.
Yeah.
My sister reminds me of my mom.
Yeah. And you're on the train?
Yes, we went on the train, and now I'm with my sister,
Yes.
with the children.
And where is she? What is around?
She has a husband. She's much older now. She does not have any children. They have a dog. She has a big house. She said that me and my children can share a bedroom on the second floor. It's a big bedroom, so we can fit the beds. I think my children have to share a bed, and I have a bed.
And how are you feeling?
It's cold. There's snow outside. But I'm inside, but it's still cold inside.
Yeah.
There's like a draft.
Yeah.
And my children are there, and we spend a lot of time together. I'm very close with my son. He tells me everything. He likes to hug me, and my daughter is there. I'm close with her too, but she is older now, so she wants to talk about boys all the time. And she's very outgoing and adventurous, so she likes to spend time outside a lot.
Yeah. And we're going to close that scene, and we're going to go to another important scene in Annie's life, and we're there now. Where are we?
My daughter told me that the doctor did something bad to her, and that's why we decided to go.
And how do you feel about that?
Scared, but angry. She told me that he raped her one time, and he touched her, but we were scared of him because he was drunk and would hit us. But I told her that we were going to leave, and then that's when we called my sister, or I don't know if we called her, but we did not call her. We wrote her a letter and asked her if we could stay with her, and then that's why we went to the train station.
Yes. And does anything else happen in this scene?
No, but I know that the doctor was really angry when we were leaving, because I remember when I was thinking about the train before, I remember he was saying that he was telling people in the town bad things about me, and he was threatening me, and he wasn't at the train with us, but it had just happened like a day before, and he was threatening us and saying that we couldn't live without him and we needed him, and he would find us because he didn't know where we were going, but he knew that we were leaving.
And what did you say?
I didn't talk to him. I just continued to pack, and he grabbed my arm, and my son pushed him, and he was very drunk, so he couldn't really do more than that because he like blacked out. So we left at night. We packed our things and we left at night, and then I think we stayed somewhere else for the night until the next day when we got on the train.
Yeah. What is the doctor's name?
David.
And now we're going to close that scene. We're going to go to another important scene in Annie's life. And we're there now. And where are we?
I'm living with my sister, and she's very jealous of me. She's angry because she thinks that I want her husband, and I think we had just gotten into an argument because she made a comment that I was looking at him, and now I'm in my room. My children are there, they're sleeping, and now I'm in my room crying, and I feel overwhelmed because I don't know if I can stay anymore.
Yes. And does anything else happen that day?
No, we go to sleep.
So I want you to close that scene. I want you to go to another important scene in Annie's life. We're there now. And what's happening?
My sister attacks me because she is so angry. She's very jealous of me because I have children and she doesn't. She can't have children, and I have two. And she thinks that I want her husband, and so she attacked me, and we got into a fight, and her husband pulls her off me, and I go upstairs and we leave. Me and my children go to stay with my other sister back in the town that I used to live in.
Yes. And does anything happen when you're back with your other sister?
She has children. She has two children. They are a lot younger than my children. but they remind me of my children because they play like my children used to play. And I think she is married, but I don't know if it's working anymore. I think her husband is never there, but they are not divorced. He just works a lot and doesn't come home anymore. So I spend a lot of time with her, and we laugh a lot, and she reminds me of my friend Diane. And we spend a lot of time together, and we're very happy. We cook a lot, and my children are happy, but her husband is never there, so it's just us and the children. Now my son is older. He's 17, and he tells me he wants to move out, and he met someone, and he wants to go live on his own because he is ready to get married.
And how do you feel about that?
I feel happy because I love him. I feel proud of him because he is handsome like his dad, and he fills my heart up because I feel so happy that he is happy.
And does anything else happen on this day?
I meet his fiance. She's younger. She's 16, but he loves her, and she's very nice. And I know her father, so I know that she's a good person and comes from a good family, and he tells me that they are going to get married and that he wants to move out so that he can be with her.
We're going to close that scene.
Okay.
And we're going to go to another scene that's important in Annie's life. And we're there now. And what's happening?
I think my sister's dog died, and we had to put it to rest, and my sister is very upset. She had a dog, and she was devastated, but I held her, and she cried, and we buried the dog. It was a small gathering, but she was inconsolable, devastated.
And does anything else happen on this day?
No.
Okay, so we'll close that scene. And we're going to go to another important scene in Annie's life. And we're there now.
My daughter is 20, and she's moving out. She found someone, but he lives in another town, and she's going to move with him, so I have to say goodbye. We take her to the train so she can go to him, and I'm so sad because I will miss her, and that was the last time that I saw her.
Yes. Does anything else happen on this day?
It's just me now, and I feel so sad because my children are gone, and I go back to my room and I feel so empty because they are gone. And my sister comes to lay with me and she holds me, and I fall asleep and she tells me she loves me, and I feel so sad that they are gone.
Yes. So we're going to close that scene, and we're going to go to another important scene in Annie's life, and you're there now.
I take care of my sister's children. I help raise them, and I'm helping them with their schoolwork, and I feed them and I love them like my children, and I'm sitting with them at the table and I'm with them. I don't know how old they are, but they are maybe in their teenage years, and we're laughing, and my sister is there and we have tea. Her husband is not there. It's just us.
Yes. And does anything else happen on this day?
I feel happy because I love them, and I feel like I help them, and we just spend a lot of time together.
Yes. We're going to close that scene, and we're going to go to another important scene in This Life is Annie, and we're there now.
My sister died. She got sick and she died suddenly. And now we're there at her funeral, and I have to take care of her children now.
Yes.
And they are still young, and they're crying, and I'm holding them. Her husband is there. He told me that I can stay in the house with the children.
Yes.
So we go back home after.
Yes.
But he doesn't come. He never comes home.
Yes.
And I take care of her children.
And look at her children. Do you know them from this current life?
Her daughter reminds me of my cousin.
Yes.
Rosemary.
Yes.
I don't know about her son.
Yes. Okay, and we're going to close that scene. We're going to go to another important scene in Annie's life, and we're there now.
I met someone else, and I'm getting married to him. It's just us and the children, not my children, my niece and nephew. He is a good person. He works as like a baker in the town, the market, and we're getting married, and he's very kind, and he helps me to take care of my niece and nephew.
Yes. And what's his name?
Tilly.
Yes. And look into his eyes. Does he remind you of anybody in this current life?
He reminds me of my old boss.
Yes.
Yeah.
And does anything else happen on this day?
We didn't live together right away because I still lived in the other home. So, and he lived with his mom.
Mm-hmm.
But we talk about moving so that we can live together.
Yes. And we're going to close that scene. We're going to go to another important scene in Annie's life. And we're there now.
We do live together, and my niece and nephew are much older. My nephew is going to go to the military.
Yes.
So we say goodbye to him. He's 17 or 16.
Mm-hmm.
And we say goodbye, and he is sad, but he is also happy. I guess it's good tears. And he reminds me of my sister because I love her, miss her.
Yes.
And I feel so grateful that I could care for him. And I think of her, and I say goodbye, and he leaves to go to the military.
Yes.
I'm older now.
Yes.
My niece is there, and she says goodbye, and we all say goodbye.
Yes. And now we're going to close that scene. We're going to go to another important scene in Annie's life. And we're there now.
My niece, she doesn't deal with him leaving very well, and she doesn't do very good. She keeps like trying to run away and be with friends, and she's acting very bad. She's very sad because she feels alone, and I caught her doing bad things, and I'm trying now, have confronted her about her behavior, and she's very upset and crying and angry, and she's not happy. She doesn't like my husband, but it's not because he's a bad man, but because she is angry that her father is never around. She's angry that her mom is not here and her brother has left.
Yes.
And now she feels all alone, and she's not happy, and I'm trying to talk to her and she won't listen. And she tells me that she's just angry.
anything else happen on this day?
No. But she killed herself a few days later.
Mm. And how do you feel about that?
I feel devastated because I feel like I let her down because I couldn't save her from herself.
Yes.
I feel so sad because I feel like I let my sister down because I couldn't help her.
Mm.
But I also feel relieved that she's not in pain anymore because she was in so much pain and she was so angry and so upset and hurting, and I couldn't help her, and I feel so sad, but I feel relieved that she is not in pain anymore.
Yes. And now we're going to close that scene. We're going to go to another important scene in Annie's life. And we're there now.
I'm very old, and Tilly dies. He's an old man now, and we were happy, and he died peacefully in bed. He was old, but he lived a good life, and we had many good years together, quiet. He didn't talk much, but we spent a lot of time together, and we lived a good life until he died.
Yes. Now we're going to close that scene. And we're going to go to the next important scene in Annie's life.
I die not that much longer after him.
Yes.
At home.
Yes.
I'm old.
Is there anyone around you?
I have a cat.
Yes.
I'm sitting in my chair, and the cat is resting on me.
Yes.
And I die that way.
Yes. And now you're floating above your body, and you're on the other side, on the spirit side, and from that position you can look back at your entire life and see it from a different perspective. Every life has a lesson and a purpose, and as you look at that life, what did you learn from it?
I learned that I really liked to take care of the children. I loved my children very much, and I kept them safe, and I protected them. And I love my daughter's children very much, and I loved being there for them and helping them, and my sister's children. And I really loved them so much, and I feel like my purpose was to help them.
Yes. And that is what you think the purpose of the lifetime was?
Yes.
And now let's drift away from that life. We're drifting and floating away from that life, leaving Annie there to continue on her own journey. She will find peace. She will find what she's supposed to find. We're leaving her there to continue on her own journey. She will find peace. She she will find what she is supposed to find. We're leaving her there to continue on her own path. Now I want all of the consciousness and personality of Jennifer to once again return to the body and fully integrate back into the body. May I speak to Jennifer's higher self, please?
Yes.
I respect the power of the higher self because I know the higher self takes care of Jennifer's body and does a very good job of it. I also know that the higher self has the records of everything that has ever happened to Jennifer in this lifetime and all other lifetimes she has ever lived. So I respect the power of the higher self, and I always ask for permission to speak to it and ask questions. Do I have permission to ask questions?
Yes.
I know the higher self could have brought forth many different lifetimes for Jennifer to see today. You chose to bring forward this life for her to see. Why did you pick that life?
Because she will grow the most in this life.
The life of Annie or the life of Jennifer?
The life of Jennifer.
And why did you choose the life of Annie for Jennifer to see today?
So that she can remember how much she loves to help the children.
Yes. And what is Jennifer here to do in this life as Jennifer?
She is here to help people and be there to help them through their journey.
And what is her life purpose?
She is here to lead people through darkness. She is like a light because she knows the way, and the people that she helps are scared and they cannot see. So she is here to bring light into their life, to guide them.
And how, do you have any advice on how she will do that?
Telling them what she went through and how she got through it, and being a leader, speaking her truth, and healing them with her gifts. She's very empathic and caring, and people feel safe with her. So when people are around her, they heal.
Yes. Why did she choose her mom to be her mom?
Because her mom is an unhealed soul, and she needs to heal, and Jennifer brings her a lot of healing and also shows Jennifer how to heal herself.
How does she show her how to heal herself?
Because her mother can never love her the way that she deserves. So she has to choose herself, and this relationship helps her to learn how to heal herself.
And how can she heal her trauma related to her mom?
She has to let her mom go with love and accept that her mom is not healed yet, and that her mom is not able to love her the way that she deserves. So she has to let her go.
And how can she find like-minded friends?
When she lets go, she will align, and she will meet them after Jennifer can heal herself.
And is there anything that you want to tell Jennifer right now?
Christopher is the one for you, to help you find joy in this life. He is your joy. He is so kind, and you will find so much happiness with him, and you're on the right path with your career change. You're on the right path with your life. There's nothing that you are doing or have done that is not right. You have found your way, and you don't have to doubt who you are or the choices that you make, because you are on the right path.
Beautiful. Should Jennifer have a talk with her mom about her feelings about their relationship?
No. She needs to let her go with love and accept that her mom will never love her the way that she deserves, and it's okay to let go, and when she lets go, she will have peace.
Yes. And will Jennifer have children?
She will have children, but not for a while.
And right now, should she should she focus on building a family or on her career?
Right now, she can do both.